She was brunette and I had long hair. We were confused for each other to the extent that we, separately, having not made this agreement before we met, jokingly did interviews as each other on red carpets and signed each other's headshots and things because we both, you know, were supportive of each other's work and thought it would be funny, and we're tired of trying to explain to people that we were two separate.
Did she have darker hair?
Actresses. Yeah, she was a brunette.
Oh.
She was dyeing her hair dark for the house for a while.
Oh, so yeah, no, I can totally see that then.
And so,
especially if your hair was longer too.
Yeah.
Mary Margaret, please, can we at least...
Shh. Listen. I really can't deal with my hair in the scene. I don't even know if I can watch it in the commentary.
I'll watch it for you.
It looks great. We had just been sopping wet, and it was freezing cold, and we didn't have hair dryers and things. Josh, it's terrible.
No, it's not.
It's terrible. Look like a boy.
Looks a little long in the back.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's all
it
like
looks good.
curling
I'm
up.
just saying it looks a little long in the back.
It's curling up, and it's going crazy.
There it goes. Now, those birds are CGI'd.
Yeah, except for the one we let go. That really happened. And then I had the giggles through this whole next scene, and I'm so sorry, Josh, because we were like on your close-up, and I was giggly because that one of the birds kept flying back through the shot and was like pecking at stuff right off camera.
It doesn't have to be. We don't know Catherine's pregnant.
It doesn't matter. You trust her.
I know. But I still have feelings for you.
He just wants to do the right thing.
I know.
Torn between duty and love. But no sense of duty to yourself.
No. It's been
stripped. That's the ironic part.
Been stripped away.
Real feelings for you.
It's a powerful curse. And what do you think, what are the aspects that the curse has stripped away from Mary Margaret in terms of who she is as Snow White?
I've asked that a lot, of myself a lot. I mean, certainly, I think the qualities that Snow and Prince have in common, that Snow and Jeremy have in common, like confidence and belief in oneself and bravery and strength and decisiveness and all of these things, I think, have been stripped away. I think that ultimately, and I also think that they are very similar in that Mary Margaret is so hung up on what she thinks the universe says is right and wrong, as opposed to what she inherently feels. She doesn't trust herself at all. Like, she's decided that the universe has rules and has judgment, which Jennifer Goodwin, don't think that the universe does, and I think that I have that in common with Snow White. But it is a good question, and I actually struggle with it a lot. What the curse is, because I feel like it's a lot clearer with some of the other characters than it is with Snow White and Mary Margaret. But I do think a lot about how Mary Margaret, again, puts obstacles in her own way. It's very easy for her to
and the nature of the curse too is that you can't ever get to your true love.
Well, exactly.
But that's not something that's
curse,
different.
But because in Storybrooke, Mary Margaret can't get to her true love. It's clearly not because he's making himself unavailable to her. It's because she's going to use anything as an excuse to keep from being with him. But there's also something about Mary Margaret that is, she's not ever going to luxuriate in depression, because that would be too satisfying. She has to always almost be happy and always have it taken away from her, and that's part of the curse. And so she is going to taunt herself with David and torture herself.
Right.
Okay,
you came.
This was such a hard scene to do because
this was a hard scene.
I had to lie. Well, Snow White had to lie and reveal to the audience what she was really feeling, but not reveal it to Prince Charming, and really, really convince you that I can't be with you. That I don't want to be with you. I mean, us. It can't happen.
What's wrong? Of course it can. You're here. We can go. We can be together. We can leave all this. I know there are costs, but I plan for everything that can hurt us. Now that I know that you love me too.
I don't. Love you. I'm sorry. You said I would always be in your heart, and that is too cruel a fate. Go live your life. Live it without me, because there is no place for us together.
Oh, the thought of that is just devastating.
And fill your heart with love for someone else. Someone who can love you the way I never have. The way I never will.
Heartbreaking.
Aww.
Anything you want to tell me?
What do you mean?
Something's up, isn't it? What?
I feel like ever since you've come home, you're here, but you're not here. I know you say you're trying.
And you know,
and
she's
I know you
right.
a lot, but
No, Catherine.
look, David, please, just let me finish.
She's right about that with
I know
David.
it's been hard on you, but it's also been hard on me. I want a family with you someday. I want children.
I know that there are audience members who have expressed their disappointment that we're glorifying an affair on our show, but I think it's really important to remember that all memories either one of them has of their marriage are completely false. They don't exist. That David's been in a coma for the entire existence of Storybrooke and has zero history with this woman.
Well, in fairy tale land, there's history, obviously.
Yes, but they were not. But they were not a couple. He's never been cheating on her.
Okay, that's true. Oh, do we know that yet? Have we seen that? We haven't seen that. Has that been aired?
Well, but
by
know
the
that
time
you and
everyone
I-
watches this,
we
they'll know.
Well, and we know that Snow White and Prince Charming get married, so we assume that he does not marry
Yeah, that's
the
right.
other woman. But I don't understand why David keeps saying to her, let's work on this. Okay, I'll work on this.
I think because it goes back to what's been taken away from him in the curse is that he can't own up. He can't.
But why does he have to go as far as to say, let's work on this? I want to have a family with you.
It's just complicated. He's just so torn.
But is he torn? Like he actually wants to be with her in any capacity?
No, but I think what he carries over from Charming is something that is about honor and loyalty.
Oh, sure.
Which I think he has, which David obviously has all of the things that Charming has somewhere in him, but they're not allowed to come out.
Yeah.
And, I think in terms of the two different characters, in terms of Charming and David, I think the way that I always look at it is that they're essentially the same. They are the same person. They are the same person in every single way. They just have different experiences, which
Sure.
then therefore makes them different.
Sure.
And I think he's just not, because of the curse, he's not allowed to own up to any of those feelings or be decisive about anything. And at the moment that he feels that he is, he gets scared and he's not allowed to. Something in him doesn't allow him to make that jump into committing to something.
Is there any part of him that does want to work it out with her?
I think there is a part that wants to work it out with her because of his honor and his loyalty, and he feels like, well, this is what I have to do. He obviously, because even though these memories of the marriage are false, he obviously thinks
Right.
that they were married once before. So he thinks that, well, I must have loved her.
Right.
I must have loved her at one point in order to get married to her and have this life with her that supposedly we had, and all these memories apparently that we've had. So I think he, out of his honor and loyalty, he feels that that's the right thing to do, to try to work it out and to figure that out and to figure out where that love has gone, if it was even there to begin with.
Right.
Which he's being told that it was. I mean, he's been in a coma for 28 years. But obviously he has this love and kind of unexplainable attraction to Mary Margaret that he can't deny in himself, no matter how much he tries. And these situations are always, whether they're on TV or in real life, they're always super complicated, I guess.
Snow!
That's Adela the horse.
She's gone. She never came back after she went to find you.
And I'll find her. I will always find her. Where's Snow? Where is she?
Oh, the dwarves. I love working with these guys.
The hovel is amazing.
Oh, it makes me so happy.
Look at that.
When we were shooting that, we were shooting the forest scene, the meeting of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It was so late and it was so cold, and those boys were making me a concoction of coffee and hot chocolate. It made me so happy. Oh, and that was the night that I went into my trailer and they had left me these gifts, this Snow White doll and this journal, the Snow White journal in which they'd each done a dwarf self-portrait and written me a note, and it's still like my favorite thing ever.
What are you doing there? We had
It's
agreed.
7:45.
We had agreed.
Now, do you remember, Josh? Okay, so it's raining, raining, raining. You can't always see rain on film. That's the thing that I don't think the
It
public
was
knows.
raining that day, and then the sun came out.
It came out when we started smooching.
When
and
we
the crew
started
laughing
smooching?
so hard
Yeah.
because it was rainy, 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 and then, as you can see now, there is some sun because we had already started the kissing part of the scene. So we said we could make the rain go away.
But that's what happened. True love's kiss. You see.
There you go.
Probably not the most sensitive or smartest thing to do.
Right in the middle of the
In the
street.
middle of
you
the
mean?
town, and sensitive to Catherine and everything else, but you can't, when there's true love involved, you can't deny it, I guess. Great episode, Jennifer Goodwin.
Great episode, Josh Dallas.
I think
Joshua.
yeah. What number episode was this?
10. Oh, we filmed all these episodes and I still haven't gone to that bread shop that Lana was just parked in front of.
Which is a real deal. And the guy, you cannot, he like sizes you up.
And decides if you can come in and buy his bread, and then he picks a price.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta do it. Gotta save.
I think that's amazing.
I measure up.
He looks at you and decides whether or not you're good enough to come in and buy his bread.
I wanna measure up.
Yeah.
I aspire.
You would, I think. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.